How is spring ball going for you guys so far?
At first it was kind of difficult learning a new scheme from the new defense coordinator, but now you can tell everybody's getting comfortable with it, playing fast, not thinking around, and you can tell that everybody's getting more comfortable with the new coaches, and I think we're doing good.
Can you pinpoint a certain time when you kind of got over that hump and started to feel a little more comfortable?
Yeah, it was probably last week on Thursday practice. You could tell because they stopped putting in new stuff for us for a couple of days, and so we got to rep the new things that we were learning. You can tell everybody's kind of getting to the groove now.
How's the transition treating you guys and dealing with all the coaching changes?
It's kind of different because the only person we have here now since my freshman year is Coach Wilson. But it's nice because you have different coaching styles now. Last coaching style, they were kind of more, they were young and upbeat and trying to get everything pinpoint. And these guys, they kind of let us play football and you ask them a question, they're like, well, just be a football player, and then we'll coach you on film or something like that. So that's pretty nice.
Yeah, what's your impression of Tracy Clay so far as he's been going around practice?
I love Coach Clay. He's nice and laid back. He walks around everybody's individual drills, and he just walks around. And you can ask him questions at any time. He's going to give you answers. He's not one of those guys where you kind of timid to go ask him questions. So I like him a lot.
Do you prefer the energetic? I mean, for me as an outsider coming down here, and I was like, oh, it's a bit quieter now without Grinch and every single play saying something. Is there a preference, or how you feeling?
They both have the ups and downs because some days you're not really into practice, and Coach Grinch gets you into practice real quick, and then you have Coach Clay's if you're not into practice, it's more of a player thing. You got to get each other into practice. So it's kind of different in that aspect, but it just all depends on the day.
Peyton has been here for like a million years. How nice is
Yeah,
that?
a million years. It's nice to have Peyton in the defense still because we have a lot of young guys in the middle, and it's nice to have him because he can mentor them in the middle, help them because he's very experienced. Obviously, like you said, he's been here for a million years. And also in the back end, we know they have somebody nice and experienced in the middle, and we talk to him, he talks to us, so it's nice.
One of the more exciting 15 to 20 minutes each practice has been one-on-ones between defensive backs and you guys. A couple practices ago, you and Jameer Calvin were really going at it.
Yeah.
What's that like for you to take on a guy that's as speedy as that and so clinical with his cutting and his routes?
Yeah, well, one thing about the one-on-ones is everybody, DB receiver, is very competitive. You don't want to be the one that looks bad on film. You want to make the other person look bad. And that's why we're so competitive out here. And it's good to have Jameer and Kyle Sweet and Renard Bell to have the fast people because the whole Pac-12 is fast like that. And it's good to get competition like that daily.
What have you seen the difference in some of the receivers that offseason makes with young guys like Tate Martin?
Mm-hmm.
Desmond Patman, he almost looks like a tight end out there.
Yeah, this is big. But with those guys, you could tell in the weight room they're working their tails off, and it's showing on the field. They're doing the extra work on days that we are off, and you can tell. And I think they're going to have a good year.
Just what's also the big point of emphasis in the spring? Obviously, you're not working towards games, so what drives you?
What drives you is definitely now that we have new coaches, is letting the new coaches know what you can do because all they have to go off is game film and stuff like that. Also, you want to get yourself better. Like I said, working extra on the off days because you don't have games to prepare for on Saturdays and stuff like that. And also learning your new schemes and stuff, getting in the film room, watching, asking questions, things like that.
And just now that we can look back on last season and bringing up Peyton a little bit, just how important of a cog is that to have him back as sort of the quarterback of the defense, and maybe looking back, how much did that change things for the defensive side of the ball when that happened?
I think it's really good because, like you said, it's like he's the quarterback of our defense, and him and Wilson have a really good connection. So even if I do have a problem and I can't talk to Coach Wilson about it, I ask Peyton. He'll know the answer off the bat because he's already asked Coach Wilson about it. He knows the questions that need to be asked for our defense, and that's something that is really going to pay off for our defense in the long haul.
What's the difference between Coach Manning and Coach Shaver for you this year?
They both have the same personality. Coach Manning with his little Twitter videos and stuff. Kind of missed that. But Coach Shaver, he's more of a safeties and nickels guys. Coach Manning was more rush linebacker guys, and we worked with him too. But it's nice to have work with an actual DB coach this time, going around learning new things, new techniques, and things like that. So that's the difference.
So you feel like you have maybe just a bit more of a one-on-one emphasis with your coach this season?
Yeah,
your
for sure.
position coach.
Yeah, because in the film room, we usually watch the outside linebackers rushes, and then we watch our film. So we're being there really long, and you kind of get like out of the days. And with Coach Shaver, it's like he works with the nickels and the safeties at the same exact time. So you're kind of tuned into the thing, and you're learning a lot of new techniques from him because he's been coaching for a long time.
I appreciate it, Hunter.
No problem.
Thank
Have a
you.
good one.